With Frankie, you learn to expect the unexpected. But that could never hide what a terrific soldier he was.
It's a very gritty looking film. How did you create that look?
Well, I don't know, gritty, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, we just tried to make it look as truthful as possible, really. I mean, there's chunks of it are in the war and chunks of it are in retrospect. So, you know, you just try and make it look credible, really. And
what did you choose your locations abroad?
Well, obviously we didn't shoot the Iraq War in Iraq. It wouldn't have been too clever. So we shot in Jordan, like many films do. So we're in Jordan and we're in Liverpool. And parts of Liverpool that are quite nice and some parts that are quite tough, you know.
What was it about this script that really drew you to want to make it and tell the story?
Well, I think it's a war film, not like a war film in a way. I mean, there's obviously there's war action in it, but it's trying to unravel what's gone on in Iraq, you know, and try to explain why Iraq is a different kind of war to other wars we've seen before. And at the heart of it, there's a mystery, so it's unraveling that mystery that as you do it, it should reveal things about the character and about the situation they were in.
Frankie and three contractors were ambushed approximately 2 kilometres from the airport by terrorists on Route Irish.
I think it's important that you all understand that Route Irish is the most dangerous road in the world. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Great film to be a part of.
Yeah, really great, yeah.
Tell us a bit more about it.
The premise is it's about my partner is killed in Iraq. He's a contractor. He was a soldier previously, but he wants to give it up, but he goes back just to earn that bit of extra money, because often what happens to soldiers, they come back and it's really difficult for them to get work. And he goes back one last time to get money for him and Rachel, which I play Rachel. And so he dies, and it's about discovering what happened, and then is unveiled all these kind of what we kind of shutter down, and what we people don't really know about what is happening to the families and what happens to these people. And so it's a thriller, but it's quite a painful film as well.
What kind of preparation did you have to do to connect to your character?
Paul and Ken obviously have been researching it for a long time, and Paul specifically goes and talks to a lot of people. So then I kind of had the opportunity to speak to contractors. I spoke to people from Combat Stress. I spoke to some wives of soldiers and contractors, and then spent quite a lot of time in Liverpool and kind of got to the feel of the place.
Frankie borrowed a mobile phone from an Iraqi driver. Did Frankie mention it to you at all?
No, sorry, he didn't mention it.
I need you to translate everything on the phone.
There are some video clips.
You've killed a family! Nelson! You've killed a fucking family!
Now, you're the protagonist in the film. What did making this film mean to you?
It was, first and foremost, I think, you know, when you take the film, it's just a chance to work with Ken. Ken's one of my favourite film directors. I'd put Kez in my top 5 films of all time, probably. But and then obviously, because of the way Ken works, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. So to start work on the film, and then as it unfolded, to find out what the film was about, and to find out what a good part it was, really, that was fantastic.
Was your character acting out of a sense of remorse or guilt?
Both, I think. I think he's certainly acting out of a sense of guilt, because that's what's carrying him through this redemption that I think he's looking for. But funnily enough, I think the whole point of the film for me is that, you know, the redemption kind of flips on its head a little bit, because I think you quickly realise at the end of the film that that revenge redemption journey doesn't really get you anywhere, you know. So.
Do you think as well a film like this helps to keep the topic of Iraq and Afghanistan still in people's minds?
I think it's got to be in people's minds, especially after today. You know, it's uncanny, the stuff that we've all found out today, in light of, you know, the screening as well of the film this evening. I woke up this morning and turned on the news and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It's so topical now, I think.
I'm going to the police.
What are the police going to do? They close ranks. They always have. They always will.
What can we do? Give me more time. Just give me some more time.
Fergus, what the fuck are you doing?
What was it like being part of a Ken Loach film?
It was... I could go through loads of things. What I will say is the unit they've got is... It's like a little family. There's no airs and graces. There's no falseness. And there's a meaning to what they're doing. And it was the most enjoyable experience I've ever done, and I don't think I could ever better it. And I will say one thing, there was a part when we was in Madabar in Jordan, and we was in this area, and it was absolutely horrific. It was a really, really run-down area, poverty everywhere. And somebody made a statement of, if we'd have been filming this in the glitz of Hollywood, it wouldn't have been as good. And the lovely thing about Ken is, I must say this, and he'll probably not thank me for saying it, but I remember we were stood in the Dead Sea on a day off, and he stood there in his cards and he's got them rolled up, and I remember looking at him thinking, wow, bless you. He's just one of the guys, you know, and it was loads of things.
Precious moment.
Yeah, wants to savour, you know.
I love you, Fergus.